My name is Sam Lin. I'm part of the NC State College of Veterinary Medicine class of 2020, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. You know, when I was little, I don't know, it's like the little girl thing, you know, everybody wants to be a vet. I have this experience. I remember when I think I was 4, and my parents didn't let me have a dog until I was 10. But when I was 4, we were at one of my parents' friends' houses, and they had a lab. And I remember just playing with the lab the entire time. And at the end of the day, I told my mom, I was like, I want to be a vet. And she was like, oh no. And I'm like a really stubborn kid, so it just sort of stuck. I remember I visited Boston when I was 8. And when we visited Boston, my parents wanted to take me to visit Harvard. And I was like, no, I want to go visit Tufts Vet School and I want to visit Angel. It was the vet hospital up there. I had read this book. It's called Animal ER. It's about this, it's like the behind the scenes at the Tufts Vet School and their ER, and I thought that was so cool. And I had remembered talking to someone about Angel, and I was like, that's where I want to work when I grow up. And it's funny because I always thought, you know, all throughout high school I was going to go to Texas A&M for undergrad, and then I was going to go to Texas A&M for vet school, and I was going to get my Aggie ring, and it was like this whole thing. I had this, 10-year plan, and then it's kind of funny where life leads you. So I went to Harvard. And, well, there's no traditional path because there are so few people at Harvard who want to go to vet school. I think in my class of 1,600 people, there was one other girl who's going to vet school next year. So I ended up, through a lot of fortunate encounters, getting the opportunity to shadow the cardiology unit at Angel. And I think that shaped a lot of my experience in terms of wanting to go into specialty medicine and wanting to pursue that path in vet med. So I think that was probably the most valuable experience out of going to Harvard, was getting the chance to, extern at this place that I had always dreamed about going to. So that was like a really surreal experience, I think, when I got to do that. I met a couple interns at Angel who had gone to NC State and loved it. Well, so I got in to NC State and I told the resident about it, who didn't go to NC State. And she was like, oh my God, you got in? You have to go there. And I was like, what? So I wasn't even going to visit for welcome day because I was, set to go to A&M. I had filled out my acceptance form to, about to send it in. Had hung the I think it was Future Aggie Veterinarian. They sent you a poster when you got in, which was really cool. You guys should do that. And I had hung it on my wall, so I was all set to go. And then, I started talking to people at Angel, and they were like, yeah, NC State is such a great school. You should definitely go visit. Just keep an open mind, see what happens. So I visited on welcome day and just sort of visited at a kick, sort of just want to make sure that I made the right decision. Don't want to have any regrets. And then I visited here and then made that decision that day to go here. I really liked the curriculum here. I thought it did a really good job of giving you a smattering of, different options before you had to choose what focus area you wanted to go into. And then the professors, I had this conversation with one of the anatomy professors here that really made my decision for me. I had been talking to a couple students and I said, I'm really interested in going into surgery. I really would love to end up in academia someday, doing the teaching thing, maybe doing a little research. And they were all like, you have to talk to Dr. Gerard because he's amazing and everybody loves him. So I ended up going over to his table and sitting down and just having this conversation with him, about my interests and about what I wanted to do with my life. And he just was so laid back and gave me such good advice. And he just, made it seem like it would be a good fit for me and I could see myself going here. So I would say choose state. Yeah, I would say you have to come visit, you have to meet people. You have to meet the faculty, and then I think it's a pretty clear decision. It wasn't hard for me, so.